It's graduation season, meaning many starry-eyed hopefuls are venturing into a new chapter of their lives. And with the lack of real-world experience, many scammers are eager to take advantage of fresh prey. The Better Business Bureau's President Simone Lis is here to talk about some of the scams targeting grads. Good morning, Simone. Thank you so much for joining us and shining a light on this.
Good morning.
Okay, so you have seen a big increase in employment scams last year. Why is that?
Well, I think coming out of COVID, people are normalized working remotely, and a lot of these job scams are targeting people who might be wanting to look for opportunities where they can work remotely. And when you are working in a way that you're not being able to connect face to face, I think there's less investment needed from the scam artists. They can connect with you through email or social media or websites. You're posting online, so there's less of an opportunity for that traditional handshake.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are shifting around, maybe taking on different jobs, and now with grads coming out there looking for work, there's sort of a lot of people to prey on. So tell us what some of the risks are. Like, what are these scammers after? Banking info? Is it identity fraud?
It's a combination, really. I mean, first of all, we see scams where they are simply seeking your personal information. So they might ask you for your social insurance number, your date of birth, your driver's license, which you shouldn't have to give at any point unless you're applying for a job connected with driving. And even then, it would be after you get hired. Bank account information. So that's one type of thing that they're looking for. The other scam that's still quite common is that they're looking for you to give them money. And so we often see overpayment scams show up through employment scams as well.
Oh, yeah, that's really unfortunate. So, grads who are looking at getting hired, entering the workforce, you mentioned those things. I mean, obviously don't give out that banking information, even though if it's under the guise of a pre-screening, not to give money. But what kinds of things should they be on the lookout for as they enter the workforce?
Well, often these kind of scams will sound like great jobs, high-paying jobs, but really if you look at the work responsibilities, the pay is out of alignment for what you would be doing. So I would be looking at making sure that the job seems reasonable. Some of these scammers are actually really quite sophisticated in that they will do things like interview you. So you need to be really cautious. You need to be doing your research just like you would before you buy something. So for example, if it's using a reputable organization's names, go onto that company's website, check it out. Don't be afraid of contacting that business directly and making sure that they are indeed hiring. And if you feel any significant pressure to join their organization, that in itself is a red flag.
Do scammers often use the names of reputable businesses as sort of a red herring to scam some people who are looking for employment?
Absolutely. I mean, not only do they use reputable organizations to try to catch your attention, they also do things like a lot of people want to work for the government. So they might say that they have secret access to government jobs and you need to pay some sort of a fee. So really using organizations that you already know, that you trust, sending you payment from a well-established organization that's been fraudulently altered, and so that payment bounces before you actually receive the payment in an overpayment scheme, for example. These are all very common.
Okay, so finally this morning, if someone gets caught up in what they believe is a job scam, that they've been taken for a ride, what can they do? Is it to contact police immediately?
We want you to report it. I mean, there's two places we want you to go to. We want you to go to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Call Center or website. They are collecting this information and working with law enforcement, and they can work with you to teach you and tell you the appropriate places to report it. And we also want you to come to the BBB so that we can put it on our website through our scam tracker tool. And that helps stop other people from being a victim of a scam.
Yeah, get it on the scam tracker. Simone Lis, Better Business Bureau President, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Important information for people heading out into the workforce, hoping to get that job. That hopefully they find the one that's not too good to be true. Simone, thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.